9 worst jobs in the world. Fart smeller. This profession began with an American gastroenterologist from Minneapolis. To identify some serious stomach ailments, he did a series of experiments at that time. To conduct this experiment, he asked a few volunteers to eat beans for some days. For analysis, the gases released by these volunteers were captured and stored in test tubes. The doctor could determine their effect through chemical tests and with the help of a team of professional fart smellers. Can't even imagine how bad this job is. You have to smell something that you usually avoid on a daily basis. Pet food tester. Our pets cannot talk, and therefore, they cannot tell us how their food tastes. So, companies hire humans as pet food testers to do the job for pets. These people are trained to identify the flavors and taste that pets tend to like. Their job is to evaluate all the aspects and elements of pet food. They test the quality, taste, texture and consistency of the pet food. Once they have evaluated everything, only then the pet foods hit the shelves. Till the pet food is not approved, the pet food testers have to eat the samples again and again. Buckingham Palace Guard. Now, you might think that being the guard of the royal palace must be good. While it has its own charm, it is also one of the most exhausting jobs in the world. The guards have to stand still for hours, they cannot move or smile. The guards have to keep a straight face. They have to spend hours cleaning and ironing their uniforms and polishing their boots. The guards of the palace have to follow several rules, and if any rule is broken, they have to face serious consequences. Armpit sniffer. Yes, you heard that right. There is a job that requires the employee to sniff armpits. We usually buy deodorants based on their fragrance and packaging. But before these deodorants launch in the market, the company has to make sure that the product is as good as it claims. And for that, companies hire armpit sniffers. Somebody out there gets paid to smell other people's armpits. They check the effectiveness of the product by checking how many hours does the fragrance of deodorant stays and how good it is at controlling sweaty smells. Manure inspector. We all know that manure is a natural fertilizer. But before it can be put to use, it has to be checked for contaminants like E. coli and Salmonella. And to do this, manure inspectors are hired. They have to dig through the manure, search for these diarrhea-causing bacteria and also have to walk through mounds of animal waste. Can you believe there is someone out there who has to inspect animal waste for a living? Mosquito researcher. Mosquito bites are annoying, and there is nothing worse than a group of mosquitoes sucking on your blood. Now just imagine there are people out there who get bitten by mosquitoes willingly and that's what they do for a living. The biting habits of the mosquitoes have to be studied by the scientists researching malaria. And to study these insects, scientists have to offer them as bait. Reportedly, during one sitting, the researchers can be bitten up to 3,000 times. Sewage worker. Sewage cleaning is one of the dirtiest and unsafe jobs in the world. Along with other waste, they also have to clean human waste and sediment. How bad is that? They have to manually clean the clogged sewers and empty the sludge into a bucket. The job is bad, and the pay isn't good either. Most of the times, we walk past these workers even without a thought. But they work really hard so that we can have a clean environment. Several people lose their lives while doing this job. Hazmat diving. You might not have heard of this job before, but it is not only the worst but also an extremely unsafe job. They have to dive into raw sewage or unsafe chemicals to control pollution, repair damages and conduct general maintenance. As this job requires you to dive into such unsafe substances, the workers are vaccinated properly, and they also have to wear really uncomfortable helmets to keep themselves protected. Embalmer. Embalmers is a pretty disturbing job as they have to deal with corpses on a daily basis. They sanitize and preserve the bodies by washing and disinfecting them. They also have to replace body fluids with gases and other preservatives. Basically, they make the body look presentable for funeral services. They even do hair and makeup if necessary. There is a possible risk of infection that is carried by the bodies. So, along with being disturbing, the job is unsafe as well.